Hello, my name is Holly Baby Girl. Thank you for tuning in. This is episode 15 of Dragon Age Inquisition. Game of the Year, PC, no mods. And we're talking with people right now.
It seems Blackwall knows nothing about the disappearance of the Grey Wardens. It's a disappointment. I am, however, glad that he is with us, even if he was not what I expected. He seems to be a good man, and his experience will be an asset to the Inquisition. As for the other Wardens, I suppose we will have to keep looking.
Watch me.
In Redcliffe, you sacrificed yourself so that I could return here.
Of course I did. One small life in exchange for a second chance at history. I always loved a bargain.
It was still a sacrifice, and still noble.
And I would do it again.
You were
You seem
connected.
to know a great many people.
I have made friends, and on occasion enemies. It's unavoidable.
You have a history with the Warden who ended the Blight, don't you?
I count him among my closest friends. I still write to him for advice when I can. He hasn't replied to my letters in some time. I try not to worry about it. He can take care of himself.
You seem to know Josephine quite well.
I met her a long time ago, but we didn't become good friends until years later. After the Blight, in fact. I'd just returned to Val Rayo, and she welcomed me back by throwing a diplomatic ball. She was the Antivan ambassador at the time, you see. The ball was... alright. Too many politicians. At midnight, Josie and I left to find a real party. We've been friends ever since.
The real party?
What do you consider a real party?
It's not a real party until someone's small clothes are pinned to a chantry board. And that's all I'm saying about it.
We can continue this conversation later.
You know where I am.
Okay, we're here to talk to people.
How about nails? Can Harry at least get me a few?
Let's do... That is Okay, that is Vivian. Okay. Let's talk to Solus.
Magic exists to serve man.
Okay, that's Solus. Okay.
So we have gained the mages. Excellent. They should be able to seal the breach. You are certain you experienced time travel. Could it have been an illusion? A trick of the Fade?
Dorian was sure, impossible as it seems.
What an amazing gift. It is vital the Inquisition succeed to avoid the future you witness.
Most people have trouble wrapping their heads around the idea.
I'm not most people.
I appreciate you talking with me about it. And not being most people.
If you wish me to speak of Elysian fashion, I may be at a loss. Magical surprises I can handle. Speaking of which, you should ready yourself.
For?
This Elder One. You have now interfered with his plans twice. Once at the Temple of Sacred Ashes, and now again at Redcliffe. A being who aspires to godhood is unlikely to ignore such an affront.
Yeah, I definitely should. I'll talk to Dorian a little later. I want to talk to everyone else first. Okay, let's talk to Sarah.
Long day. Well, that's mages all over. So many robes, I bet all of Ferelden lost their curtains. I'll just be the other side of Haven, just in case.
These mages are here to aid the Inquisition. Don't worry.
Sure, don't worry. Magic up there, magic down here. What's to worry about? I mean, yay, freedom. Great for them. Over there, away from me.
Okay. Alright, let's go back.
I'll be back if I need you.
Go on.
Okay, you are stuck in one place. That is so weird. Nope. Okay, let's talk to Varric.
The Mage Rebellion joins the Inquisition. I've got to admit that's a twist I didn't see coming. One thing you saw in the future worries me. I mean, it was all bad. But red lyrium and Ferelden, infecting people and growing out of them, that's bad. Finding more of it really punches a hole in my red lyrium at the temple was a coincidence theory.
How fast does it
How long
spread?
does it take for red lyrium to grow? How fast can it spread?
It took years to infect people in Kirkwall, but no one there was actually ingesting the stuff. This Elder One managed to take the worst thing I can think of and make it worse. That's an accomplishment.
We need to eliminate it.
We can't leave a single piece of that lyrium out in the wild.
I'm with you on that. I've got people trying to find out where the red stuff came from.
Okay.
I think maybe we should make that a priority.
Yep.
But that's enough doom and gloom. You just won a big victory for the Inquisition. What are you going to do to celebrate?
Have a party.
That's a good point. We should celebrate. A banquet? Something like a banquet?
A word to Josephine, and I bet she could arrange anything. Things should be calm around here for at least the next hour. Take a moment to enjoy it. If the world's about to end, I'm sure the Seeker will let us know.
Yeah, I bet she would. Okay, let's talk to the others. Okay, I thought, well, I was stuck for a moment there. Okay, Colin.
The mages are ready to approach the breach. I pray this will be enough to close it.
You weren't happy with how I brought in the mages. Do you have a problem with me as well?
Of course not. I have no intention of endangering your alliance, but I must ensure the safety of those here. That concern extends to the mages.
Okay.
They are putting themselves at risk for the Inquisition, as are you. Any precautions taken are protected. Nothing. I hope you are safe.
Hold on. That. Okay, that's all.
For now.
Another time then.
Oh my goodness, I think somebody's calling me. Hold on. Sorry about that.
And what are we supposed to do, exactly?
Close the breach.
What you always do. Complain.
We've already spoken with Commander Cullen. No one listens. We want better quarters. We want the Templars kept at a distance. And some respect for...
This is not the Circle. You mages are our allies, not our wards. Act like it.
How are we supposed to...
Deal with it.
I like that.
It never ends, evidently.
You don't need to tell me that.
I just don't know who told them I'm the one to yell at.
Is it that bad?
The mages are here as equals. They need to get used to what that means. It is your doing, after all. You created this alliance.
I hope it will work out.
Well, I hope it works. What other choice do we have?
Oh. I do sound like I'm blaming you, don't I? I don't disapprove. In fact, you did well. You made a decision when it needed to be made. And here we are. I wish I could say this was my doing.
You got us
We
here.
wouldn't be here at all if you hadn't stood up to the Chantry.
You're being kind.
You're discounting your role in this.
Let's close the breach. Then we can say how successful I was.
Okay, we have 2 more people. We have Iron Bull and Blackwood.
I could help the mages learn to work with Inquisition soldiers if you like. Not that the chief has any apostates in the group.
We'll talk later.
So, that Tevinter guy sent you into the future?
Weird, right?
Every time I think I understand magic, the rules change.
And you're a mage, so that's saying something. Anyway, I hope our new friend does what it takes to close the breach. Damn thing gives me a headache just looking at it.
Yeah, it does, don't it?
Now that we've got better maps, if you like.
Black Wall. Okay.
There was never going to be an easy answer to the mage dilemma. What you did for the mages took courage. You gave them a chance. Everyone deserves one.
Okay, modify weapons. Keep a staff. Okay, okay, they don't need that. Okay, Varric. Okay, the grip. Okay, no ruins. Okay.
Should serve you well.
Alright. I gotta do a revival here. I have to get some heat too besides electricity. Hold on, let me get everybody situated here. Okay. Iron Bull. Okay. Cassandra, 89. Okay. 70, 80. You can have that. Blackwall can have this. Okay. Dorian is a 9. Okay. Okay. Let's go to Vivian. 33. Soulless. Okay, 37. Okay. Okay, I don't need that. Cassandra. You can have that one. Blackwall. You can have that one. Seven, 8. You can have that one. Oh shoot. Okay. Okay. Enough of that. Armor. Okay. No. Cassandra. I'll give you that. Black wall. I'll give you that. This is for the mage. Oh, this is not the mage. This is... Okay. Bavaric. Okay. This is for the mages. Solus. Vivian. Okay, Dorian. Accessories, okay. Iron Bull. You. Dorian. Okay, you can have that. Okay. Okay, that's 61. It's level 10. $61, 5, 4. Okay, 17, 13. 10. Rogue. Okay, okay.
Goodbye.
Right.
Okay, now let's talk to Dorian. I heard a rumor that Cole is around here somewhere. But oh yeah, I could have went that way. talk to Doria now. Okay, who am I missing? Okay, I talked to Iron Bull, I talked to Varric, I talked to Solus, I talked to Vivian, I talked to Blackwall, I'm talking to Doria now. Sarah, Cassandra. Okay.
The Inquisition supports free mages. What's next? Elves running Halamsharal? Cows milking farmers?
Give me time. I'm sure I'll surprise you.
I suspect that's untrue. Unless you strip yourself naked and allow the Chantry to flog you into repentance. Now that would surprise me. I do wonder if you've considered what this support of yours will do. For mages in general, I mean. The Inquisition is seen as an authority. You've given southern mages license to, well, be like mages back home.
I doubt that.
I don't believe that.
It's true. The conditions here are different. Southern mages aren't used to ruling. Thing is, the Imperium was once just like the South. Templars, proper circles, all that rot. Then it changed. By inches. Not that this is reason to oppress us. Still, my homeland should be a cautionary tale, not a source of inspiration.
Tell me about yourself.
It occurred to me that I barely know anything about you.
Beyond my being a mage from Tevinter, you mean?
Beyond that, yes.
And beyond my being so charming and well-dressed, which is obvious to anyone.
Some more than others.
Some people have superior taste. Now, what was I talking about? Ah, yes, me. I am the scion of House Parvis, a product of generations of careful breeding and the repository of its hopes and dreams. Naturally, I despised it all. The lies, the scheming, the illusions of supremacy. That's Tevinter in a nutshell, isn't it? Needless to say, my family was not happy with my choices.
Your family angry with you?
Why would your family be upset with your choices?
Because I rejected their idyllic plan. If they had their way, by now I'd be married to some unlucky girl from a powerful family. We'd live in luxurious despair, despising each other as I waited to take my father's place in the magisterium. I declined the honor, and thus it's best I'm far from home. Less of an embarrassment that way, you see.
You don't like Tevinter?
I'm getting the impression that you don't care much for your homeland.
On the contrary, I care for my homeland a great deal. There's so much potential. Sadly,
just like mine.
Squander it. We refuse to acknowledge how far we've fallen because pretending is easier. We pretend the Qunari can be beaten. We pretend that we're superior to everyone, even our own people. Not everyone feels that way. I don't. Sadly, we're the minority.
But you do care.
So much of what you say about the Imperium is entirely negative.
It might sound that way. For all our faults, my people have many virtues. We are laden with history and culture. Tevinter is where Thedas truly began, remember? We treasure our past and preserve it. You can walk down a side street and find nothing built during the modern ages. And despite appearances, we care deeply about everything. We have no reserve, not in war and not in love. If I truly believed my homeland was beyond all hope, I wouldn't miss it so much.
Careful breeding?
What did you mean by generations of careful breeding?
The great families of Tevinter don't have children. They refine traits, weed out the undesirable, and promote the rest. My mother was chosen for my father because magic runs strongly in her blood. Never mind that they loathed each other. They wanted a son who could become Archon to make House Parvis the envy of the Imperium. They got me. A cautionary tale that you should be careful what you wish for.
Why not go
Why
back?
remain with the Inquisition? Why not go back to Tevinter?
I'm not exactly welcome back home. Not that it matters. I'm quite accustomed to being a pariah. It adds to my charm. I can do more for Tevinter here. If the Venatori succeed, it'll set my homeland back 1,000 years. I'm sure some magisters would disagree, but that's why we kill them.
I think I've heard enough.
That's too bad. I never tire of talking about myself.
I'd like to ask you about Tevinter.
Yes, everyone outside the Imperium always seems quite fascinated by it. Probably why they come up with so many ridiculous tales. Flying cows over Minrathous. That's madness. Alright, that one's actually true, but the cows didn't have wings. I digress. Anything in particular you wanted to know?
Do they really rule there?
It's strange that an entire empire would be ruled by mages.
Strange? Why are you less qualified to rule than some tart with a fancy crown? Actually, the fiction in the Imperium is that mages don't rule. The magisterium rules. That magisters are all mages is considered a convenient technicality.
What about the Archon?
I thought the Archon ruled over the Imperium.
Well, yes. Technically, he can overrule laws passed by the magisterium, but that never happens. Even so, he gets to appoint new magisters, which means all the families vie madly for his favor. Thus, the Archon gets invited to all the parties. The truest path to Tevinter influence, let me tell you.
If it's a fiction, that means mages do rule then.
Yes and no. Let me put it this way. Mages do rule, but not all mages are equal. If you're not from the right family, chances are you don't rule anything. Maybe you're even a slave. The idea that anyone could be a mage, however, keeps the masses placated.
Is that true?
Can anyone be a mage?
Technically. The potential runs mostly in bloodlines, but it's been known to happen. More importantly, commoners believe it can. Tevinter legend is chock full of mage heroes from humble origins. So they hold out hope. Someday my son or my son's son will be a mage. Someday. Poor sods don't realize that means he'll be a quaestor at the arse end of the 100 pillars, at best.
Is that bad?
Being a quaestor isn't a good thing?
I imagine the average non-mage likes to think so. Counting numbers and shuffling papers all day is better than many occupations after all. If you're a second-class citizen among a pack of piranha, however, your outlook changes.
What is the magisterium?
Magisterium, exactly.
The upper house of the Imperial Senate, and the only part worth having a seat on. Those seats are split among the circles of Magi, the Chantry, and the major families. All mages now. It's odd that outside the Imperium, you use Magister like it applies to every Tevinter mage.
What are you then?
If you're not a Magister, then what are you called? No special title?
I'm an Altus, which is almost as good as a Magister, depending on who you ask.
And the Atlas is...
I've never heard of an Altus.
Altus.
Those families who trace descent from the Dreamers, the first prophets of the old gods. If you're a mage and you're not Altus, then you're later, lower class. If you're not a mage at all, you're Soperati. That's everyone else. We do love our fancy words.
Let me ask you something else.
Of course.
I'm wondering if the Imperium would be a useful ally.
I think you'd be more concerned whether or not they'd support the Venatori. They won't. At least, not officially. They'll disavow all knowledge of dangerous cultists. Secretly, many Magisters will rejoice in the idea. And if the South falls to chaos in the meantime, all the better.
Is that smart of them?
The Imperium's best interest to help. Surely it could use allies.
I think the Imperium gave up on the idea of allies a long time ago. We've been fighting the Qunari for what, 200 years off and on? It's a point of pride that we go it alone. They'll sneer at the South behind their silk handkerchiefs and say, "You've had it easy for far too long." Let's not forget that the Inquisition seems to be an arm of the Orlesian Chantry. Anathema so far as they're concerned.
We're not part of the Chantry. The Chantry opposed the Inquisition's formation.
You think that matters? Don't be silly. The Herald of Andraste. Your very title smacks of the Southern Chantry. You may as well be a healer.
Wow.
I think they're far more frightened what you'll do if you succeed.
Is blood magic
Just
common?
how often is blood magic used there?
Oh, not at all.
Not at all?
That's what any Magister would tell you. they'd be convincingly offended by the notion too. Of course, what people call blood magic here, and what we consider blood magic, are two different things.
So what's it called?
What's considered actual blood magic in Tevinter?
Blood magic isn't inherently dangerous. Using your own blood or that of a willing participant, what's the harm? The problem is that what's permitted only gives you so much power. And what if you need more? You always need more. That's where we get into sacrifices and demon summoning. None of that is done. Not officially. Behind closed doors, it's a different story. Real blood magic can give you an edge, a leg up against your opponents. It's safe to assume that any mage of rank does it. The rest are quietly shut out of power, to put it bluntly.
No Templar
You'd think the
intervention?
Templars would object.
I imagine they did, long ago. Once their investigations might have been sincere. Then their balls were cut off. Too inconvenient. Nowadays, only the friendless are accused. Most of them probably innocent.
There must be some mages who oppose this.
Of course. I do. And I'm not entirely alone. Occasionally, there'll be a magister who makes noise, and then the reform talk begins. All very patriotic. Meanwhile, that magister will be quietly shunned. Chances are, surprise, it's learned he was a Maleficar all along. Most learn to keep quiet. Me? I enjoy the allure of pariahhood.
There's an Imperial Chantry, isn't there? With its own divine.
You people aren't supposed to talk about the Black Divine, are you? If you mention him outside the Imperium, people make that face, like you're urinating in public. But yes, we do have the Chantry, or a version of it. Night and day comparing it to yours.
Is it really that different?
Is the Imperial Chantry so different from ours?
Not in theory. The main difference is in the whole magic is meant to serve man, not rule over him business. Back home, ruling the unwashed masses is serving them, for the good of the Imperium. Perhaps it started with good intentions, but these days it's academic. The circles are in command.
There are circles of magi in the Imperium?
We don't have dismal little mage prisons, if that's what you mean. They're academies, prestigious ones. We have Templars as well, but they don't cancel spells or whatever your Templars do. They're soldiers.
They don't use lyrium?
Ha! As if there'd be any left for them. They watch for abuse of magic, yes, but only those who are weak or who fall out of favor get dealt with. Mostly they enforce the Magisterium's edicts. The Chantry smiles and nods from the sidelines.
Do you really call him the Black Divine?
We don't call him that, oh no. In the Imperium, he's the true divine. The woman sitting on the Sunburst throne is some backwater pretender. It all stems from a disagreement over Andraste. Marvelous, isn't it?
Disagreement?
Why would they disagree over Andraste?
It's not my field of expertise, but the Imperium believes Andraste was a mortal woman, a mage. Down south, they say, no, she's the bride of the Maker, ascended to his side, divine provenance, a blah blah blah. We feel better believing Andraste was one of us. Makes executing her less damning, you see. So we elected a man as divine, the South declared war, and we've been feuding cousins ever since.
So, the Imperial Divine is always a man?
All the better to distinguish him from that other one, yes. Don't think there aren't a number of female magisters who bristle at that. Why can't they be divine after all? Same reason you never see a man on the Sunburst throne. Because that's how it's always been done. Excellent reasoning.
Are you
Do
religious?
you consider yourself Andrastian?
The big question. It might surprise you that I do consider myself Andrastian. I simply do not believe in the Chantry. It is a relic, whether back home or here in the south. Something from a bygone age desperately clinging to relevance. It's not an opinion that makes me popular.
I'm not surprised. It's not an opinion you should share.
You did ask, if you recall. I'll say this. I may not believe in the Chantry, but I believe in you.
In me?
that the Maker sent you, whether through Andraste or fate. Cassandra is not wrong. You are what we needed most at the moment we needed it. That's what they will say in ages to come.
You don't seem like the religious sort, to be honest.
If you define religious as sitting in a chantry and listening to a blithering hen tell you how to live, then no. If you define it as believing in the possibility that something larger than yourself exists, then yes, by all means.
Okay.
The world is bigger than I, even bigger than you. It laughs at all the things we think we know. The Maker doesn't need me to believe, but I do. The thought of no one at all watching out for us is too frightening.
I'm gonna ask something else.
Something else.
So many questions.
Anyone who talks about the Imperium mentions slavery. It's the center of the slave trade.
Ah, that is true.
And? Did you have slaves?
Not personally, but my family does and treats them well. Honestly, I never thought much about it until I came south. Back home, it's how it is. Slaves are everywhere. You don't question it. I'm not even certain many slaves do.
Well, we don't have slaves in the South.
In the South, you have alienages, slums, both human and elven. The desperate have no way out. Back home, a poor man can sell himself. As a slave, he could have a position of respect, comfort, and could even support a family. Some slaves are treated poorly, it's true. But do you honestly think inescapable poverty is better?
I suppose not. No.
I don't know what it's like to be a slave, true. I never thought about it until I saw how different it was here. But I suspect you don't know either. Nor should you believe that every tale of Tevinter excess is the norm.
That's all I wanted to know.
Fair enough.
Have you gone to see Alexius yet? He's in the cells.
Not yet, no. I saw him before they locked him up. He looked despondent, broken. Not the man I remember, nor the one I want to. I suppose the Inquisition will judge him eventually. I wonder if there's any chance they'll show him mercy. He hardly deserves it, but for Felix's sake. I can't help hoping there's something left of the man I once knew.
Okay, I have talked long enough. Alright. Anything left that I should do? Okay. Okay, I know I forgot to look up agents. Let me get my phone real quick. Hold on. Because I want to look up to see what kind of agents I'd be missing. Here,
We are here without Templars, and you are certain we can trust them. In the circles, I saw Templars threaten mages with death and tranquility. They kept the beatings from me, but I saw the bruises. And worse. Andraste said that magic should serve man. It never said that the mages must live in fear.
so must fear.
When there was no sky, Maker. When there was no sky, Maker. I will take when there was no other sky.
Yes, I said it like I heard it 4 times already. Okay. Okay, Crestwood.
That's nothing to do with fairness. We simply can't accommodate them if they bring that many servants.
I will speak to the Duchess. She can be reasoned with, after a fashion.
Okay. What's over here? Okay. Obviously. Griffin Mail again? Okay. Oh, that's the Starkhaven.
Let us begin.
Okay, for 2 hours. Okay. Shamel. Colin.
All right.
Okay, there's 2 over here, but I don't know which one to do. Okay.
Let's see what we have.
Okay, I'm going to do this right now. Okay, Fairbanks, Skywatcher, okay, Frostback, oh, that's Jaws a Harpoon. Okay. Dennis, I did her. Ritz, I did her. I did Tanner. Vale. Okay. Okay, I got everybody so far. Okay. Okay, Bell did that one. Alright, okay, I got the agents.
The best of the mages are ready, Harold.
Alright, let's do this.
For the assault on the breach.
Okay, let's see. Dorian. Bull. Cassandra. Okay.
Mages! Focus past the Herald. Let her will draw from you.
Is everybody alright?
You did it.
We did it! We did it. Yes. Okay. Tutorial information is stored in the codex. Black Wolf. The scouts report activity uncharacteristic of a Lupin behavior. The breach and resulting rift have caused unpredicted interruptions in the Veil. Such alteration to the environment may account for the unnatural aggression of this is indeed the case. I cannot say how widespread the impact. How many wolves does this environment enables imbalanced affluence? What threat do they pose to resist numbers of the pack to the local population? This warrants further investigation. Reports submitted to Secret Pentagoth by Naveen, Major Apprentice, and an intuition researcher. Okay. The Penitent's Crossing. Pilgrims seeking to visit the Temple of Sacred Ashes. Okay. Yeah, as you can hear, you don't hear the whooshing. I'm like, me and my dog is like really baking in this room right now. And it's making me tired too. That's why you hear it in the last video too with no noise. I wasn't talking much. I was getting tired. This kind of heat here makes me tired. Okay. Okay. Alright.
Solus confirms the heavens are scarred but calm. The breach is sealed. We've reports of lingering rifts, and many questions remain. But this was a victory. Word of your heroism has spread.
We all did this.
You know how many were involved. Luck put me at the center.
A strange kind of luck. I'm not sure if we need more or less. But you're right. This was a victory alliance. One of the few in recent memory. With the breach closed, that alliance will need new focus.
Yup.
Forces approaching! To arms!
What the? We must get to the gates.
We must get to the gates!
Never a dull moment for Southerners, is there?
I'll help here. You get to Cullen. Help. What we can do, make a willing.
Alright, we get to gates. Let's just talk to Colin and everybody else.
One watchguard reporting. It's a massive force, the bulk over the mountain.
Under what banner?
None.
None?
I can't come in unless you open. I'm Cole. I came to warn you, to help. People are coming to hurt you. You probably already know.
What is this? What's going on?
The Templars come to kill you.
Templars? Is this the Order's response to our talks with the mages, attacking blindly?
The Red Templars went to the Elder One. You know him, he knows you. You took his mages. There.
I know that man. But this Elder One...
Corypheus!
He's very angry that you took his mages.
Cullen, give me a plan. Anything.
Haven is no fortress. If we are to withstand this monster, we must control the battle. Get out there and hit that force. Use everything you can. Mages! You! You have sanction to engage them. That is Samson. He will not make it easy. Inquisition! With the Herald! For your lives! For all of us!
Yeah! For all of us! Keep your hands off me! Keep your hands off me!
Almost ready. Keep them off us.
We will. We will. Oh, on the other side! Go! Move out the way, Dorian! Out the way! Keep your hands off me. Okay, let's take this. Let's replenish. Alright, let's just take this. Keep your paws off me. Get your hands off me. Oh my goodness, out the way, bull! Okay. All right. Corypheus would not like this. Okay. What?
Today is now well beyond making sense.
Everyone to the gates.
Okay, we're gonna forget about that. Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness, okay.
We need everyone back to the Chantry. It's the only thing to against that beast. At this point, just make them work for it.
All right.
The villagers will need help if they are to survive this.
What's that? Okay, let's help her. Let's help her. Let's help her. What is that? Let's help. I'm gonna help Felicia.
Get it off! It's coming down!
Well, he died a good death.
I hear a voice.
Our Lady is with you, Herald. Thank you.
Herald! What's happening? Maker, thank you. Thank you. A survivor! Need some help here! Didn't expect this from you. Thanks.
Well rescued. Shall we follow suit?
Yes.
Move! Keep going! The chantry is your shelter!
Yes, he's going to die.
He tried to stop a Templar. The blade went deep. He's going to die.
What a charming boy.
Harold, our position is not good. That dragon stole back any time you might have earned us.
I've seen an archdemon. I was in the Fade, but it looked like that.
I don't care what it looks like. It's got a path for that army. They'll kill everyone in Haven.
The Elder One doesn't care about the village. He only wants the Herald.
If it will save these people, he can have me.
It won't. He wants to kill you. No one else matters, but he'll crush them. Kill them anyway. I don't like him.
You don't like... Harold, there are no tactics to make this survivable. The only thing that slows
Yes,
down
it
the
is.
avalanche. We could turn the remaining trebuchets, cause one last slide.
We're overrun. To hit the enemy, we'd bury Haven.
We're dying, but we can decide how. Many don't get that choice.
Yes, that. Chancellor Roderick can help. He wants to say it before he dies.
There is a path. You wouldn't know it unless you'd made the summer pilgrimage, as I have. The people can escape. She must have shown me. Andraste must have shown me so I could tell you.
What are you on about, Roderick?
It was whim that I walked the path. I did not mean to start. It was overgrown. Now, with so many in the Conclave dead, to be the only one who remembers. I don't know. If this simple memory can save us, this could be more than mere accident. You could be more.
What about it, Cullen? Will it work?
Possibly. If he shows us the path. What of your escape?
I don't have none. Do it as I go.
Perhaps you will surprise it. Find a way. Inquisition, follow Chancellor Roderick through the Chantry. Move!
Herald, if you are meant for this, if the Inquisition is meant for this, I pray for you.
They'll load the trebuchets. Keep the Elder One's attention until we're above the tree line. If we are to have a chance, if you are to have a chance, let that thing hear you.
Oh, I will. Trust me, I will.
Need to be noticed.
Happens to be a specialty of mine.
Keep your hands off of me! No, I'm going this way. Get away from me! Alright, let's go to this chariot here. Yo! Keep your
The trebuchet must be aimed quickly!
Okay, I'm sorry that I'm quiet, but I'm concentrating. I'm concentrating. Oh, Dorian! My goodness, Dorian!
they come. Get ready.
Holy smokes! Oh my goodness gracious, Cassandra, you hitting it like a trooper. Behemoth. Okay, let's save this. All right.
Move! Now!
Oh, you, oh. Hold on a minute. I'm gonna put this AC on. I'm baking here. Dog spawn dragon.
Enough. Pretender, you toy with forces beyond your ken. No more.
Why are you doing this?
What are you? Why are you doing this?
Mortals beg for truth they cannot have. It is beyond what you are, what I was. Know me. Know what you have pretended to be. Exalt the Elder One. The will that is Corypheus.
Corypheus!
Will kneel.
I will not.
Why are you here? You haven't even asked for anything.
I ask for nothing, because it is not in your power to give. But that will not stop me. I am here for the anchor. The process of removing it begins now. It is your fault, Geralt. You interrupted a ritual years in the planning, and instead of dying, you stole its purpose. I I do not know how you survived, but what marks you as touched, what you flail at rifts, I crafted to assault the very heavens. And you used the anchor to undo my work. The gall.
What is this thing meant to do?
It is meant to bring certainty where there is none. For you, the certainty that I would always come for it.
They're still not answering my question.
I once breached the Fade in the name of another to serve the old gods of the Empire in person. I found only chaos and corruption, dead whispers. For 1,000 years I was confused, no more. I have gathered the will to return under no name but my own, to champion Wither to Winter and correct this blighted world. Beg that I succeed, for I have seen the throne of the gods, and it was empty.
Oh, that got to hurt.
Is permanent. You have spoilt it with your stumbling. So be it. I will begin again. Find another way to give this world the nation and God it requires. And you, I will not suffer even an unknowing rival. You must die.
I will not!
You expect us to surrender and kneel. We will not. You'll face us all. When we choose.
Yeah, you hear the swishing, that's the AC on. I couldn't deal with it. Cole, his name is Cole. He's not that old, perhaps 20 years, no more. He has blonde hair that hangs in front of his eyes. He wears dirty leather, perhaps the only clothes he owns. He was there when you found Rye in the Templar crypt, but you couldn't see him. Nobody can. And those who do forget him, just like you are right now. Remember the dream. The letter allegedly written by a former knight, Captain somebody D. Brastard, found in the spire of the aftermath of Mage Uprising. Use a warrior's taunting ability such as challenge and war cry to draw your enemy's attention. The Conclave. That's a lot. Okay. It has been a year, a little more than chaos. Yes, the mages voted to dissolve the Circle of Magi, but I will point out this vote came only after increased restrictions were placed on them, allowing the unfortunate events of Kirkwall. What other choice did they have? Yes, the Templar Order abandoned their duties and elected to pursue the mages to bring them back in line. But after 1,000 years in which their sole role was the mage's keeper, what else could one expect? They envisioned the war over quickly, a single battle that would see the mages' resolve crumble, after which they would meekly return to confinement. That it did not happen. This conflict could drag on forever with advantage on either side. Both Templar and mages see this, and thus they have agreed to come to the conclave. This is our chance. Words need to be said which has not been said. A compromise must be reached because there is no other choice. I believe this with all my heart. I will not without fault in all this. Perhaps I was pushed too far to reform or not heard enough. The Maker has seen fit. No, it was so close. I just needed 2 or 3 more paragraphs. Oh well. Yeah, the AC is on high actually right now, not on low, because it's like really, really hot in here to the point my whole dog's body and fur and head is hot. So I have to like heat cold up this room again. Alright, I'm just gonna stop this here. And this is episode 14, and I see you in the next video. Bye bye. No, 15 I think. No, this is 15. This is 15. I see you in the next video. Bye bye.